What's up, guys, and welcome back to a brand new Poppy Playtime Chapter 2 update video. As you guys know, in the last video, which was literally less than a week ago, we got a brand new look at Chapter 2 with an exclusive look at Mommy Longlegs' creepy looking lair that she has, and we got a release date for Chapter 2. So yeah, there were some pretty crazy things in that video, but we have even more insane stuff, if that's even possible, in today's video. We have a brand new trailer for Chapter 2 that we're going to be breaking down in today's video, but we've also got some stuff that I guarantee you guys have not seen before. We have new gameplay screenshots from Chapter 2 that are absolutely insane, along with a bunch of hidden details for Chapter 2 that I don't think really a lot of people know about, or a lot of people have even seen, because it's on like a Discord server that I feel like a lot of people aren't actually a part of. So this is going to be a very, very good video, so be sure to stay to the end because you don't want to miss the upcoming info that we're going to have. There's some crazy things. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you're looking at that subscribe button and it says you are not subscribed, hit subscribe right now, because this is your place to be for all Poppy Playtime Chapter 2 videos and news and stuff like that. As you guys know, we got Chapter 1 early, so I'm hoping we'll get Chapter 2 early too. So yeah, be on the lookout for Chapter 2, and like I said, this is your place to be for all of that. By the way, if you are a new subscriber, comment down below saying that you're new, and I'll be hearting some comments that do, because we always get a lot of new subscribers from these videos. Anyways, let's go ahead and hop into all of the brand new information. So we're going to start with this brand new trailer that was posted by them. It's called Poppy Playtime Chapter 2 Mommy Longlegs Commercial VHS. Let's go ahead and press play and give it a watch. Okay. I haven't seen this, by the way, so this is going to be my first reaction. Oh, that's the screenshot that we broke down in the last video. But it says VHS, so is this going to actually move? Oh. Ooh, 1991 Playtime Company. That's the actual toy. Oh, so they're actually going to sell this. That is really cool. And there's toys like this that exist, by the way, obviously. And I had one of these growing up.
New patented elastic plastic. You can stretch, pull, and twist Mommy Longlegs in the craziest ways.
Oh, man.
She loves watching you play. When you're having fun, she's having fun.
Gives me so many memories.
Mommy Longlegs from Playtime Co.
Oh. Wait, someone just said wake up. Oh. I heard Poppy. She said wake up. That had to have been her, or Mommy Longlegs. Oh, yep, things are changing. Okay, we're definitely gonna have to slow this whole trailer down. Oh, look inside. Oh, that's creepy. I can see a face. I can see a face. Can you guys see it? That's Poppy's face. That's gotta be. Oh, that's so creepy. I just got goosebumps from that and like chills. Oh, that's creepy. Oh, man, that was creepy. Okay, wait, there's a little bit more, it looks like. Poppy Playtime Chapter 2. Now available for wishlist on Steam. Okay, that's cool. Which, by the way, I know it's not available yet because on the Discord page they explain why. But okay, we got to go through this and slow it all down, break it down, and go from there. So look at this. To start, we got the first image that we've seen before. We've seen this. This is nothing new. But you can see there's like a huggy wuggy, you know, doll up there. You've got obviously Mommy Longlegs right there in the middle. Now it looks like there's a face here for a second, but I think it's just the little girl's face that we see later on. But let's go ahead and slow it down. Yeah, look at that creepy looking face right there. Look at that. That is creepy. So it says PLTM Com Archive, Mommy Longlegs, February 2nd, 1991. Okay, and then we get a first look at, you know, the Mommy Longlegs toy. And this is obviously, you know, this was recorded at, you know, in today's time, but they made this really look like it was from 1991, which is very cool. They're like an old, you know, playground, and they've got the toy with them. Look at the shirts. They've got Poppy Playtime merch on them, because there's Cat Bee right there on that shirt. Very, very cool. Okay, so yeah, this is the toy. Now, this is obviously, you could see this as a commercial just for them to sell the toy, but you can also see this as a kind of a first look at how she's going to react in Chapter 2, which we've kind of seen. We know she's very stretchy, but yeah, this kind of shows the stuff that she could be actually doing in Chapter 2. She could stretch out that long and do creepy things like that. And one thing I want to point out is they actually show her moving towards the camera at a certain point, and I think that's probably how she's going to chase us in Chapter 2. Yeah, they're making it very clear that she can stretch out very far, very wide, and she's probably going to be doing that quite a lot in Chapter 2. Nothing really too crazy here. It's just kids at a park. So I want to go to the part where it actually chases them, like right here. Look at this. Okay, so this kind of shows you how she's going to be looking like in Chapter 2. This is how she's going to be moving around the area and stuff like that, which is very, very creepy. Look at that. That is just, oh man, I don't know how they're going to top this. Like Chapter 1, I don't know how they're going to top it, but then they did this, which is topping it. I don't know how they're going to top this for Chapter 3, 4, and 5, but it's just, oh, look at that right there. That's right there. That's what she's going to do in game. I guarantee it. This whole cycle, she's going to walk up to you, do that, and chase after you. and then probably have a scene like this where she falls from the ceiling on top of you. Oh man, that's gonna be creepy. That's going to be so creepy. Now, also, it's interesting to mention right here, we have the box art, which we've seen a hint at in the Discord channel. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff that goes on in that Discord that a lot of people don't know about and a lot of people don't cover. So, but either way, I mean, look at this. Look at the box. You got Mommy Longlegs, Playtime. She can stretch, it says on the bottom left. Ages 3 and up. Is there anything else crazy here? She's just waving at us. Playtime is a trademark of Playtime Co. 1991. Do not expose elastic plastic to extreme heat or freezing temperatures. Now, that you could say is just there, you know, as a warning, or that could be a hint as to how we're going to destroy her in Chapter 2. We're going to have to, like, heat her up or freeze her, because obviously that's the only way you're going to be able to really get rid of her, probably, right? I'm assuming she's not going to live past Chapter 2, but I could be wrong. But I think, mark my words, guys, if I'm right, hey, let everyone know. Okay, I called it. You have to freeze her, or you have to heat her up to, like, get her to, you know, blow up or whatever. So this is where, you know, things start going bad. Poppy starts talking to us, stuff like that. And we also get a look at this. Now, what is that right there? If you guys have any idea what that is, it kind of looks like the snowman from Frozen. It does, right? Olaf or whatever his name is. But I don't think that's what that is. It still looks very creepy. And this is where things just start going bad. It looks like we're at the same park again, but now we're underneath the park, which is kind of weird. Like halfway underneath and halfway above it. I don't know. It's a very weird shot. Okay, now this is crazy. So this is somebody in the Playtime Co. factory running through it. Like running from something. And you can see on the walls, I think that's either Kissy Missy or that's Mommy Longlegs. I think that's Kissy Missy though. Like the, you know, the little wall decal right there. But still, whoever this is running from someone. And then you get a very faint look at Poppy just in the background, just kind of watching us. And it looks like we're in like a forest now, probably somewhere near the park. And this is like we're walking in. Ooh, okay, so this is interesting. This is in Playtime Co. It looks like it at the factory, but there's like a blue, green, and a yellow thing on the floor right there. Can't really tell what they are though, but it's somewhere like in the factory, which this might connect to the early screenshots of Chapter 2 that we're going to be checking out after we break this down. That's what I'm saying. Be sure to stay tuned in this video because we've got some crazy stuff to still go through. All right, so Poppy's talking, nothing really too crazy there, and then that's it. So Poppy Playtime Chapter 2 now available for wishlist, which I really wanted to go to the the page on Steam and see, you know, any new info that we could have, but it's delayed. Like I said, we'll see that whenever we go to the Discord, which we're actually going to do right now. So let's go ahead and hop over there and have a look at what's new. Okay, so in terms of what's new over on the Discord, there is a lot of new information to break down. I mean, a ton. So I'm just going to kind of go through it all. I'm not really going to show it on screen. I'm just going to have some basic gameplay in the background, and we're just going to read through it and, you know, see what's new. So this is not an April Fool's joke. It was posted on 4/1, so April 1st, 2022. So they had to make sure people knew it wasn't an April Fool's joke. But they said Chapter 2 is about 2 hours plus long, which is big news. As you guys know, Chapter 1 was, you could beat that in 30 minutes, or, you know, at the maximum 45 minutes, 50 minutes, like close to an hour. But this is going to be 2+ hours long. So at least I'd say an hour and a half, 2 hours long. So almost double the size of Chapter 1, which is great news. And then he also goes on to say one of the new toys has voice lines. So that's awesome. You always love when the new toys have voice lines. We will be informed about a week before the release about the exact release date. Estimated time is still 3 to 4 weeks away. So keep in mind, this was posted on April 1st. So 3 to 4 weeks away. They're still thinking it's going to come out in April, and we will be informed about, you know, a few weeks before, or like a week beforehand of a release date. So that's exciting. Swap animals are one of the most popular products in Playtime Co. So things that you can like swap pieces from them. And I think it shows an image later on, which it looks like Catbee. So maybe you can swap parts of Catbee with like other animals in Playtime Co, which is very interesting. And then the last thing he says is Brawn the Dino has voice lines, which is very cool because we've seen Brawn the Dino before. I'm assuming that's like that pink or whatever color it was, red, long-necked dinosaur. So that thing's gonna have actual voice lines and talk to us. I don't know if he means like the toy itself or if it's gonna come to life like, you know, Mommy Longlegs and Huggy Wuggy and stuff like that, which we know it probably will. So yeah, it's gonna have voice lines, which is kind of awesome. Now this is the screenshot that they show at the end of it. It just says swap animals or swap animals, whatever you want to, however you want to say it. And it looks like the Catbee logo on the bottom right there. So like I said, you're gonna be able to switch out different parts from Catbee with other toys in Playtime Co. I don't know how that's going to come into play with the actual main game, but still exciting to see nonetheless. Now we have more stuff to go through, and like I said, this is before all of the new gameplay screenshot that they just released today. There's probably like 10 gameplay screenshots from chapter 2 that we're gonna see at the end of this video. So this is before all of that. We still have got a lot here. All right, so let's go ahead and break this down. So he says chapter 2 confirmed to be harder than chapter 1. That is crazy. So chapter 1 was pretty difficult, but it was also pretty easy. Like some of the puzzles, it's one of those games, like whenever you complete the puzzles, you know exactly how to beat them. It gets a lot easier. You can just kind of speed run the game after that point. So chapter 2 is going to be actually harder than that, which is cool. Some figures coming around May of the player, Poppy, and Huggy Wuggy. So I don't know, when he says like some figures, does he mean like we can actually buy these in the store? I'm assuming that's what he means, because he doesn't really say like some figures in game. I think he means in real life, like on the Poppy Playtime store, you can buy a figurine of the player, which is very interesting. Poppy and Huggy Wuggy, which guys, I told you, if you want to see an unboxing of me just buying every one of those figures, doing a massive unboxing on the channel, let me know, okay? Like I said, leave a like on this video and hit that subscribe button if you're new, and yeah, it'll come to the channel, don't worry. Now, he also goes on to say more exploring in chapter 2. So that's great news. We're going to be able to actually walk around, check out new areas, and there's going to be a lot more to do. And I'm really hoping that they saw the hacking videos that I did and a bunch of other people, and that they'll like keep that in the game, and maybe even keep, like, I think that's a great way for people to keep interest in the game, is like adding stuff outside the map that we can find and, you know, kind of hint at chapter 3 in a way. I'm hoping they keep that stuff. He also goes on to say many voice lines in chapter 2. So yeah, we kind of already know there's going to be a lot of voice acting in chapter 2. There is some new animation being put into chapter 2 that is taking a long time. Now, if you know anything about chapter 1 and that crazy animation that everyone was talking about, that's what got chapter 1 and Poppy Playtime on the map, was that crazy, you know, thing that was hunting us. I'm assuming that's what they mean by animation, but I could be wrong. That could be another name for it, but that's just what I'm assuming. But yeah, it's taking some time. I'm assuming Mommy Longlegs, she's gonna be hunting us in the same way Poppy or Huggy Wuggy did. So they're gonna have some crazy chase scene. I don't know. Something big in the lore will have an answer in chapter 2. So really big news right there. Something big. We don't know what, but something. All right, now he also goes on to say, this was posted today at 4:19 a.m., so before the release of that VHS trailer that we just saw. Something big is coming today. So we already know what that is, the VHS trailer, and this is where things get crazy. Well, before we get into that, one of the other people did say, really sorry guys, there was an error with the timing of publishing this video. Chapter 2 is not available for wish listing at the moment, but will be in a few days. We submitted it to Steam, but it's still publishing. Sorry for the delay. It'll be available for wish listing very soon, so in a few days. So yeah, if you guys want to see me do a video on that, I definitely will. All right, now this is where things get crazy. We've got a bunch of screenshots from chapter 2. This is crazy. So it says we're releasing some early screenshots that we were going to reveal on the Steam page since it didn't get released today. Hope you all enjoy. So let's just go ahead and go through these. There's a lot here, and let's start with this first one right here, which we've seen this before in the trailer. This is that train station where it looks like the train goes around in like a circle or an oval, and in between there though, there's a bunch of what appears to be maybe hidden staircases. You can see they look like they kind of go downwards into the ground and maybe underground or something like that. But either way, a very interesting room. I think this is going to be one of the starting areas for chapter 2 if I had to take a guess, but I could be wrong. Now, there's also the clock right there in the background. There's the train going through the area, obviously. But look above, okay? You see on those lights in the middle, it looks like there's spider webs there. So maybe Mommy Longlegs is somewhere in the area. And I mean, that's what that's hinting at. I have no idea. Now, there's also whatever you call those things up top, like raptors or whatever they're called. Like, you know, the area where you can walk on, you know, above the actual area down below. So maybe we can actually go up there at some point and have a look around. Now, there's also windows up there, which is very exciting because I'm hoping that we can potentially, you know, go up there and have a look outside the window and see the outside world around Playtime Co. I think that'd be great to see. Now, the next screenshot we have here is pretty crazy. It's a look at, I think, a section that we've seen in the trailer. If you guys remember, there's a part where I think we swing across an opening, and I think that's this opening from the Chapter 2 trailer. But it's just very cool to see. You can see this place is all beat up, all worn down to the point where the whole floor collapsed, and underneath the floor, there's just nothing there. So obviously, this is the part of the game where you're gonna have to jump across, swing, and make it to the other side with your hands and go from there. But still very, very cool to see. Now, the next screenshot we have here is this one, and this is interesting. Okay, so I actually haven't seen this one. This is what appears to be a connection to that first screenshot with the train, because there's a train. Obviously there's you know, a railroad right there, so the train must come through here. So maybe this train station connects to a bigger area than I initially thought. Like maybe it starts off up top, like in that room that we saw in the first, you know, screenshot, and then it goes underground to a part that you're not supposed to see, and this is that underground part. So, you know, there's tunnels down here, there's a bunch of different things. I'm thinking that's what this is, which is very, very exciting. Now, next up, we have a screenshot of Kissy Missy. Look at her to the right there, hanging out on the wall. It's a little cut out of her. Nothing too crazy. I think she's probably being saved for Chapter 3. I think we'll probably see her at some point in Chapter 2 for like a second, just to like hint at what's coming in Chapter 3. But I think that's all we're going to see of her. It's like a small little piece of her. But this is another hallway inside the Playtime Co. factory. There's a door on the left side right there. So it almost looks like the intro to Chapter 1. If you guys remember when we first find the key and grab it from Huggy Wuggy's hand, that hallway that we open up, that kind of looks like that, where like his hand is sticking out the door, but I think it's a different area altogether. Yeah, it's got to be. Now, the next screenshot we have here is pretty cool. It is a look at a factory within the Playtime Co. factory. So as you guys know, in Chapter 1, we had that area where you built, I think it was Cat Bee, and then you put the toy in the thing, and that activates the Huggy Wuggy chase scene. This looks like another one of those sort of factories where like they're building something. Now, this is definitely going to be a main part of the game though in Chapter 2, because look at the TV right there. If you guys know anything about Chapter 1, you know that there's a bunch of VHS tapes all throughout it, and you can plug them into these TVs or put them into the VCR players, and then they'll play on these TVs, and they give you a lot of lore info. So I think this is going to be a pretty important room. Obviously, there's going to be a VHS tape somewhere in there that we're going to have to find, put into that TV, and get some brand new lore. And it looks like we also have to build something here. Oh wait, you can see on the where those 4 buttons are to the right of the most, you know, right side button. I think that's the VHS tape right there, actually. But yeah, so there's buttons right there that we're going to be able to interact with something in this room. It's a puzzle, obviously. We're going to have to build something or do something in here and get some lore while we're at it. So very exciting. Now, this next screenshot is pretty crazy. This is from the ending of Chapter 1. I think that's that same room. I mean, judging by the wallpaper, judging by the toy house right there that we've seen before, and the bookcase, this looks like that, where like you go to the end and then you talk to Poppy at the end of it. So it's gonna, I think this is probably where the game is going to start. It's gonna start us in this room, and we're gonna have to, you know, continue into the factory from there. Poppy's gonna do something that's gonna go, I don't know, something's gonna happen with us and Poppy, and we're gonna end up going deeper into the factory, meeting Mommy Longlegs, and going from there. But yeah, this is a crazy look at that room. You can see at the end right there with the red lights and stuff like that. That looks like that was where Poppy, where we originally met her at the end of the Chapter 1, but I could be wrong. Now, next up, we have this screenshot right here. Now, this has to take place, I'm guessing, later in Chapter 2, because you guys can see there's that green button on the right. Now, we know the green button is for the green hands that we get in Chapter 2, so I don't think they'd give it to us right away, but I could be wrong. But my guess is, you know, this is later on in the chapter. You've got to use your green hand to activate some kind of a puzzle right there, and then swing across and, you know, do something on the other side. Maybe you have to keep your green hand connected to that green light and then swing across with your other hand and use the other hand on something else. I have no idea. But yeah, this is definitely far underground. You can see there's a bunch of concrete, and it's all like cracking and breaking up. And it just looks like a very old and forgotten part of the factory. It's like somewhere far, far underground though. All right, next up, we've got this screenshot, which is a vent, but it's a smaller vent than the one that we got chased in Chapter 1. As you guys know, the chase sequence in Chapter 1, that vent was so horrifying, but it looked nothing like this. This is like an actual ventilation system. I'm assuming someone's going to chase us through here. Probably, if I had to take a guess, I would say Mommy Longlegs, but I feel like one of the other toys is going to chase us through here. I don't quite know who, but I just feel like it's going to be some other toy, or maybe we don't even get chased through here. Maybe we just walk through to get to another part of the factory. I don't know. I feel like this is going to be like, this would be a good area to get chased by like one of the smaller toys, you know, like the dinosaur, or I don't know, some crazy version of Cappy, something along those lines, but still a very creepy screenshot. Now, we only have 2 more screenshots to go, but these are pretty cool. So this one right here is another look at, I'm assuming, I was thinking, oh, look, actually, no, this is connected to the vent right there. You guys see in the middle of the screenshot, that's the vent opening. And so that's after we get out of the vent, we leave and we go into this area, or this is how we get into the vent itself. But you can see there's like a control panel right there on the wall, which I don't know if that's actually going to be usable or if that's just for show. And behind the vent right there, there is a gate, and it's like a security gate. So I'm wondering if we'll see somebody on the other side of that gate or something crazy, but because it's there, it locks us out or something along those lines. I have no idea, but still cool nonetheless. It's very cool to be able to see these like little sneak peeks at chapter 2. All right, now this is the final screenshot, and this is a big one. All right, so here it is right here. This is our first look, I think, at that room with the centipede. If you guys have seen the chapter 2 trailer, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That purple centipede. I think this is what leads into it. I mean, look at the wall decals. You've got this huge centipede going all the way down both sides of the walls, and it looks like a door on the right side and, you know, a bigger door that's currently blocked off. I think this is our first look at like walking into that area where the centipede's going to be, and it's going to chase after us. And they said this thing's going to be very horrifying. So yeah, this looks like it's going to be crazy. I'm so excited to hack through all of this too. I think it's going to be so much fun to be able to go behind the walls in this place and see all the you know, intricate little details that we can find, and to be able to like go into the area before we're supposed to and see like what they look like before we break into the room. Like, let's say up ahead is the centipede. Let's say we can fly through that wall before we're supposed to, invisible, and see like what he's doing in there before we're supposed to see him. You know, I think there's a lot that we can do like in terms of hacking on chapter 2. It's going to be a lot of fun. And like I said, I really hope that they've seen the hacking videos that all of us have done, and they, you know, they're okay with it, and they kind of like it to where like they put more stuff outside the map. I think if I was making chapter 2, I'd personally do that. I just think that that's a good way to get people to like return to the game and continue to play the chapter even after they've completed it. And yeah, I don't know, guys, I'm excited. They've revealed a lot for chapter 2. They're not really hiding anything, which is a very good sign. I think I'd be more worried if they were keeping it more hush hush and we're like, oh yeah, here's one gameplay screenshot, and it might be coming in April. But no, they're like, yeah, guys, 3 to 4 weeks. We're going to let you know a week ahead when the release date is. It's going to be 2 hours plus long. It's going to be more difficult. We've got a bunch of new voice lines. Here's 20 screenshots from chapter 2, like a VHS trailer. Like they are putting in a ton of effort into this, and I think it's a very good sign for chapter 2. Anyways, I'm going to end this video here, okay? If you have not already, hit that subscribe button. Do so right away, and let me know if you did in the comment section down below. Like I said, I'll be checking for some, you know, who's new and who's old and stuff like that. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.